All right, here it is, our program design review, Friday, Monday, Wednesday. As a reminder, we just go over this to try to give you a purpose at each station, maybe some engagement, some entertainment ideas. If you see a green highlight, we're going to suggest that you start at that station first because that station will need your most attention, okay? And then if it's orange, sometimes there's complications with equipment or certain exercises based on population or how facilities can vary from one to another. So let's get started. All right, it is the dumbbell 3 push-up, iso squat, 3 bicep curls. Jeremy, we collaborated with him this week, so he put in here, teach good form, full extension on push-ups and bicep curls. Yeah, so with that one, you get into that iso squat, you may even want to use the orange pylon to help people have their back straight. We can always coach them to look up at the ceiling. That usually helps with spine alignment as well. So that would be your goal as a coach, to help them have good form. Power band skiers, challenge the pace. Mentioned simulating the skier, right? Okay, so a lot of folks are doing the DECA and getting excited about improving their DECA. So that's a simulation DECA station, okay? So challenge the pace, and for some, they'll be hopping, and for others, they'll do it without the hop. The kettlebell farmer's carry, challenge the weight, talk about DECA. Maybe because this one is only 35 seconds and even a good DECA time is over a minute, you may want to challenge them to use heavier weights than what they'd normally use in a DECA so that they can, one, use a heavier load, but two, then that way they'll still challenge your grip strength within 35 seconds, right? All right, the Bosu ball, iso squat to a squat thrust. All right, so challenge the pace. They are hopping back and forth from that iso squat into that squat thrust. Maybe even all the way into a burpee if they want to progress it a little bit. And then TRX alternating single leg squat to reverse crossover lunge, challenging that range of motion, getting them to drop that butt as low as they can to the ground and swinging that back knee around, getting that good hip glute activation the lower they go. Then the vert ball sit up. Mention those DECA goals. I would say for those that are excited about DECA and for those that respond well to goals, which who are those people? Do you guys remember? Yeah, they're DECA maniacs for sure. But also when you look at your 4 personalities that are taught at Journey, we talk about a deliberator, an expressor, a collaborator, and a director. And it's the expressor. The expressor is the one that responds well to goals. So give them a goal of like 13 or more sit-ups, because a good DECA time for those 25 is about a minute. So next one, the dumbbell deadlift shrugs. It's a very uncertain exercise. Very deadly and uncertain. You teach good form, coach good spine alignment, and then they get that shrug at the top, so you can ask them all your favorite questions, whatever it is. We're eating carbs over the weekend. I don't know. Challenge the pace. For the next one is the power band seated row. You can challenge the pace, and again, mention simulating the rower for DECA, right? So making sure they're getting good, strong pulls. In fact, make sure they challenge their resistance. Get them to do those booty scoots back on the carpet so that it's got that challenging tension, because we all want to get more watts on our rower, right? All right, then the kettlebell overhead press. So challenge the weight and correct for good spinal alignment. So this one, you can spot at the forearms as well when you're challenging that weight. That's a good place for a coach to be. Bosu ball, front, back, side to side. It says challenge focus, place tennis ball on platform, right? So yeah, you might do a tennis ball. We even have little smiley balls at Journey, right? We say don't lose your smile, right? So what they're doing is they're rocking that plank forward, back, side to side. And so when you set a ball on it, it's kind of like one of those puzzle games you play where the goal is not to have it, go off the board. And then the squat to the Y raise. So you get that squat and then coming right up into that YMCA, right? I might even just throw that little tune in there for you. But that's just me, right? I gotta make sure that my group is entertained. I want smiles. I'm going to judge my session by how many teeth I see. And that's why I have a good time queuing up some songs, and I hope you do too, because that is the company that you're part of. We put the fun in functional fitness. Teach the movement, watch for straight arms. Sometimes their feet are in a little bit too far for them to have straight arms. So you're going to want to make sure that they have a good foot position that allows them to do the Y raise and not a row. And then the football single leg long jump slam. All right. So getting that long jump and then going to the slam. Maybe for some, it's not a single leg. Maybe for some, it's not even a jump. So you have to be the coach that knows your members and gives them the appropriate exercise. The jumping jack flash. Good little video. Goes back to when Jesse Buck was here. He's the one in the video, but there's a few different types of jacks in there. There's 25 seconds on the clock, so you just watch it and check it out. Just jacking around. All right, that's everything. We'll see you at the Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday review.